Good evening and welcome to McDonough Park. I am Evan Carr, ready to bring you some perfect game Collegiate League baseball action tonight between the visiting Saugerties Stallions and your Geneva Red Wings. Saugerties coming in with a record of 5-9. They sit in 5th and last place in the East Division of the Perfect Game League. Geneva with a record of 7-8, still holding on to 2nd place in the West. It will be the first matchup of the year between these two teams, and the Red Wings will send Stephen Branch to the mound. The lineup he will face will look like this. Leading off in left field, James Gargano. Batting second, third baseman John Dempsey. Batting third, first baseman Tyler Kelder. Cleaning up and designated hitting, Noah Searcy. Batting fifth, second baseman Jacob Hitz. Batting sixth, center fielder Dylan Lifrieri. Catching and batting seventh, Danny Martin. Batting eighth, the right fielder Cam Coakley. And rounding out the lineup is a shortstop, Herman Alvarado. On the mound for the Stallions will be number 17, Nick Zwack. Just a perfect night for baseball here tonight in Geneva. Temperatures in the mid-70s. Flags not moving at all in center field, as we have been spoiled so far this season with great weather, and tonight is no exception. Umpires for you tonight. Behind home plate will be Chase Stout and Derek Ivinsky, a familiar face here at McDonough Park, will work the bases. So Stephen Branch finishing up his warm-up pitches. He will get the call tonight. As I mentioned for the Red Wings, it will be his third start of the season. He is 0-2 in his first 2 starts of the season.
Seventh inning, we'll be drawing a ticket stub and giving away a free T-shirt to one lucky fan in each of those 3 innings. Leading off for the Stallions in the top half of the first inning, left fielder number 3, James Gargano.
So Stephen Branch has concluded his warm-up pitches. Home plate umpire Chase Stout gives a brush of home plate, and left fielder James Gargano will dig in to lead off this contest here tonight. Right-handed batter comes in batting .350 on the season in 6 games. The first pitch from Branch to Gargano is a called strike, and we are underway here at McDonough Park. First pitch was at 7:03, so a little ahead of schedule, as the 0-1 from Branch is low and in the dirt, and the count's even 1-1. Gargano, native of Naperville, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, plays at Division I Butler University in the Big East Conference. The 1-1. Called strike 2 on the outside corner with the fastball, and it's 1-2. Geneva in the all-white uniforms as Stephen Branch deals from the windup, taken just outside with the breaking ball, and the count's 2-2. Mentioned Geneva in the all-whites with the red hats, Saugerties in their road blacks with the gray pants. The 2-2 from Branch to Gargano in the dirt, as that one skips to the screen, and the count runs full 3-2 to begin the game. Gave our camera a bit of a shake as it's now mounted on the net. Hopefully prevents it from coming crashing down every time a ball hits the net. We will check on it throughout the night. It's connected with a zip tie now, so hopefully stays in place, as James Gargano will dig back in, as Stephen Branch wanted a new baseball from home plate umpire Chase Stout prior to the 3-2. Branch peers in, and the 3-2 pitch taken up high, ball 4, and James Gargano has his 4th walk of the season to begin this game. So a leadoff base runner now for third baseman John Dempsey, who comes into this game leading or owning a share of the lead in just about every offensive category you can. Comes in hitting .304, which does not lead the team. And the first pitch to him is taken up high for ball 1. I mentioned the .304 is not leading the Stallions, but he does lead the team in runs, hits, doubles, triples, homers, and RBIs. Sharing the team lead in triples, homers, and RBIs. He has 16 RBIs and 3 home runs, both good for a share of 2nd place in the league. The 1-0. Fastball called strike on the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Dempsey, a native of Potomac, Maryland, is one of the few players in the league who just recently graduated high school. But if you're good enough, they will let you play in the College Summer League, and he is definitely showing he is good enough. The 1-1 from Stephen Branch. Low and outside, and the count's now 2-1. Dempsey has appeared in all 14 contests so far for the Stallions, and he is committed to play college baseball at Division I Wofford College. Mention it's the third start of the season for Branch. His first two coming on June 3rd and June 11th. He took the loss in both of those outings as he comes in 0-2 with an even 6 ERA. The 2-1 runner goes, pitch is fouled off, and that'll get out of play as James Gargano had a very good jump from first base. But the pitch is spoiled by John Dempsey, and Gargano will retreat to first base. That's something you don't see very often, is the Stallions trying to steal a base. They only have 6 on the season, which is dead last. 13th out of 13 teams in the Perfect Game Collegiate League. Branch peering in, and now John Dempsey thinks he's taking it too long and will call time. Mentioned they only have 6 stolen bases due to the Stallions. They've also been caught 6 times. Branch 2-2, and the pitch is fouled off again. Pretty much the same spot. This time the runner not going. And the count will stay at 2-2. So Branch, 0-2 on the year, and even 6 ERA in 2 starts, 9 innings, 10 hits, 12 runs, only 6 earned. Only 3 walks, and a good strikeout per 9 as he has 12 strikeouts in 9 innings. The 2-2 to John Dempsey. Breaking ball called strike 3. So the first out of the evening is retired via the strikeout for Stephen Branch, and that will bring up Tyler Kelder. Good breaking ball there, just froze Dempsey, and you know it has to be a good one to freeze him as he is a very good hitter. So 1 out now, still a man on first in the form of James Gargano. And Branch will deal with first baseman Tyler Kelder. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball there from Branch, and the count's 0-1. Kelder, native of Kingston, New York, plays at Division I St. Bonaventure, where he hit .213 as a freshman in 37 games. For the Stallions, he has appeared in all 14 games, and he comes in with an average of .250, 3 doubles, and he does own a share of the team lead in triples with 1, as Branch will have a check on the runner, James Gargano, at first base, who is back in safely. Branch pitches at RIT from just up the road in nearby Rochester, New York. He was 2-3 with a 5.27 ERA this spring. 0-1, another breaking ball, and this one a called strike. And it's quickly 0-2 now on Tyler Kelder. Mentioned Branch 2-3, 5.27 ERA, but that was in 9 starts at RIT. He had 41 strikeouts in 42 2/3 innings. Looking for another one here, and the 0-2 ripped up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Center fielder Brian Knapp will range over, and he'll make a throw back into the infield to keep James Gargano at second. But the Stallions now with first and second, and still only 1 out.
And designated hitter number 6, Noah Searcy.
So Tyler Kelder with a line drive base hit, and first and second 1 out here in the top of the first. Designated hitter Noah Searcy will step to the plate, native of Jacksonville, Florida. First pitch to him, breaking ball called strike, and it's 0-1. Searcy plays at Division I Georgia Southern. Came in hitting just .171 for the Stallions. Branch with a check of the runners, and the 0-1 to Searcy. Chop foul, and it's 0-2 now on Noah Searcy. Cleanup man hitting just .171 for the Stallions. I mentioned they come in last in the league in stolen bases, and they are also dead last in the Perfect Game Collegiate League in batting average as a team, hitting just .219 collectively on the season. The 0-2 from Stephen Branch is a breaking ball that stays up high, and it's 1-2. At Division I Georgia Southern, Searcy hit .222 as a freshman in 30 games, had 2 home runs, this past spring and already has one on the summer for Saugerties. The 1-2 from Branch, grounded to third. Coming in is Justin Barr. He will field, only plays at first, and he makes it. So the second out of the inning is retired. Both runners will move up. James Gargano to third and Tyler Kelder to second.
Baseman, number 8, Jacob Hitz.
Jacob Hitz will step to the plate now with 2 outs. Second and third runner, Stephen Branch, looking to get out of this jam, as he will face Hitz, native of Prior Lake, Minnesota. And what a name for a baseball player, Jacob Hitz. First pitch to him is a breaking ball, called strike. Hitz thought it was up. Home plate umpire chased out, says nope, right at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1 on Hitz, who plays at the University of Minnesota. Hit .273 in 10 games as a freshman, did have a home run. The 0-1 from Branch to Hitz, ripped foul, as that one will get over the Red Wings bullpen and get out of the stadium. And it's 0-2 on Hitz, as Branch in a bit of a jam here in the first, but he is doing a good job getting ahead of the Stallions hitters. Hitz playing in just his third game of the season. He is hitting .333, as he has gotten into contests June 15th and 16th against Albany. The 0-2 from Branch to Hitz, fouled off, as he just got a piece of that breaking ball to stay alive, and the count will remain at 0-2. So Hitz getting a little late start to the season. His first game came on June 16th, and he played again the next night, June 15th and 16th. So the 0-2 from Branch to Hitz, breaking ball stayed outside, and it's 1-2 now. Branch's last out came on June 11th in a loss to Watertown. He went 5 innings, and he only gave up 2 earned runs. Trying to keep the 2 potential runs on base here as he peers in. The 1-2 pitch to Jacob Hitz, low, and the count runs even now, 2-2. Around the diamond tonight, the Red Wings look like this. Left to right in the outfield, Carnivale, Knapp, Fuller. Left to right on the infield, Barr, Magadan, Hall, Nebraska, and Lane Powell will handle the catching. The 2-2 from Stephen Branch. That's fouled off on the right side, as that'll get on the concourse. There's a couple fans scurrying out of the way, and the count remains 2-2 now. Hits the right-handed batter, 6 foot even, 190 pounds. Peering in, Branch has his sign, and the 2-2 to Jacob Hitz. Breaking ball stays outside, and the count is now full. So Branch getting ahead of Hitz, 0-2. Hitz doing a good job to foul a couple off and using a good eye to get the count all the way to 3-2. Branch set up high. The 3-2 pitch to Hitz. Swung on and missed. He blew a fastball right by him. So Stephen Branch will work out of an early jam. We go to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless here at McDonough Park between the Stallions and the Red Wings. Evan Carr back with you here on Red Wings TV. Go to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless between the Stallions and the Red Wings. I say Red Wings TV, it's probably more of Red Wings radio, at least until the sun retreats behind the left field fence, as it can make things kind of tough on the camera, as sun setting in the outfield not ideal. But we make it work here at McDonough Park, as I'm sure the camera quality will get better as the night goes on, as Brian Knapp will dig in to lead off the home half of the first inning. First pitch to him is taken on the outside corner for strike one. On the mound tonight for the Stallions will be left-hander number 17, Nick Zwack. Big lefty, 6'3", 200 pounds from Monticello, Minnesota. The 0-1 to Brian Knapp. Skied foul, and that'll get out of the way, 0-2. Zwack pitches at Xavier University, Division I school in the Big East Conference. He was 3-5 as a freshman, 6.31 ERA, but he did lead the team in strikeouts with 68 and 61 in the third innings. The 0-2 to Knapp, grounded to short. Herman Alvarado up with it, and he will throw on to first for the first out of the bottom of the first.
From Lyndhurst, New Jersey, left fielder number 6, Nick Carnevale.
Nick Carnevale will step to the plate now with one out in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless between Saugerties and Geneva. And the first pitch from Zwack to Carnevale is a called strike with the fastball. Carnevale coming in, 11 games, hitting .316 on the year, looking to build off his 2-for-4 performance in the loss yesterday to the Newark Pilots. The 0-1 from Zwack in the dirt, and the count's even 1-1. Carnevale also adding an RBI in the loss to the Pilots yesterday afternoon. He leads the team with 4 stolen bases, and he is yet to be caught. Native of Lyndhurst, New Jersey. And the 1-1 to him from Nick Zwack, taken up high with the fastball, and the count's now 2-1. Carnevale played at Brookdale Community College, where he hit .389 this past spring, 20 doubles, 3 triples, a home run, and 27 stolen bases in just 29 attempts. So he's definitely got some speed as he's taken over team lead in steals. 2-1 to him is taken inside, and it's 3-1. Mentions Zwack pitches at Xavier. He has made two starts for the Stallions, this being in the third. He's yet to have a decision with a 3.60 ERA. 3-1 taken up high, and Nick Carnevale has a one-out walk.
From Point Pleasant, New Jersey, shortstop number 24, Evan Magadan.
So just got done talking about how Nick Carnevale has recently taken over the team lead in steals. We'll see if he tries to extend that lead here, as he is on first with one out, and shortstop Evan Magadan will step to the plate now. Magadan in 9 games hitting .242, does have double and 4 RBIs. He was also 2-for-4 last night against the Newark Pilots. First pitch to him, swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Magadan, native of Point Pleasant, New Jersey, plays at Division I Bucknell University. Hit .290 in 41 games as a sophomore at the Division I Patriot League school this spring. The 1-0 to him is fouled back, and it's 1-1 now. As our camera gets a little shake, looks like an earthquake happening here in Geneva, New York, but just a foul ball off the screen as it beats the camera crashing down, as we have a new system here of zip ties and other items holding it up. Zwack coming set, and the 1-1 to Magadan, taken just outside, and the count now 2-1. Mentions Zwack 0-0 on the year with the Stallions, 3.60 ERA in 2 starts. 10 innings, only 7 hits, 5 walks, and he has struck out 17. 2-1 to Magadan is ripped down the line, foul. And the count now 2-2. on the Red Wings' number 3 hitter, shortstop Evan Magadan. On deck is Nick Nebraska, one of the hotter Red Wings in the recent stretch of games they have played. As I mentioned, they played yesterday in Newark, dropped that game, but looking to turn that around here tonight. As we'll get a check of the runner over at first from pitcher Nick Zwack, that being Nick Carnevale. Zwack, a big lefty. Sure, he has a good move. Didn't really showcase it there, more of just a show-me move for Nick Carnevale. He's set, and the pitch to Magadan taken outside. And the count now 3-2. As Zwack walked Carnevale and now in danger of putting Magadan on as well. Had just 5 walks coming into this game in 10 innings, did Zwack. As he's set at the letters, and the pitch to Magadan. Down low, runner goes and throw to second, not in time. That was a 2-2 pitch thrown off by the scoreboard here at McDonough Park. So now, for sure, the count is full as Carnevale will move up to second, and Evan Magadan has a runner in scoring position now with still just 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Magadan with 4 RBIs on the young season in just 9 games. Hasn't had one since June 16th at Elmira. Had a stretch of games where he had RBIs in 3 straight, June 5th, 10th, and 12th. But I mentioned it's been a little while since he's had one, and no better time than right now. The 3-2 from Zwack fouled off as Magadan fights off a high fastball, and he will stay alive. Mentioned Magadan hitting .242 on the season, but his glove has left a lasting impression on me thus far. It seems he is automatic at shortstop for the Red Wings this summer. Zwack peering in for the sign. Now he has it. Comes set at the letters check of Carnevale, and the 3-2 low and in. So back-to-back walks now for the Red Wings. Have first and second with still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
From Du Bois, Pennsylvania, first baseman number 31, Nick Nebraska.
So Nick Nebraska will step to the plate. Big right-handed hitter, 6'5", 245 pounds from Du Bois, Pennsylvania. As he has 2 on, first and second with still only 1 out. Nebraska coming into this one, batting a team best .425 in 13 contests. Also leads the team with 17 hits. The first pitch from Zwack to Nebraska swung on and missed, and it's 0-1 with the fastball. Nebraska also shares the team lead in runs with 11, as he has put up some very good numbers here in the early going. Ranks 3rd in the league in average with his .425 mark, and also tied for 5th in the league in hits with 17. 3 doubles and a home run for the big righty as he awaits the 0-1 from Nick Zwack. And here it comes. In the dirt with the breaking ball. Good block there by catcher Danny Martin as he went down to his knees to keep that one in front. Sheds the mask, runs out, picks up the ball to keep the runners close. And the count's 1-1 now on the Red Wings first baseman, Nick Nebraska. Last night against Newark, he was 1 for 3. Had an 8-game hitting streak that was snapped June 17th in the first game of the doubleheader at Utica. 1-1 to Nebraska, taken low and in, and it's 2-1. Mentioned the hitting streak was snapped in the first game of the doubleheader, but it didn't take long for him to start a new one. In the nightcap, he was 2 for 3 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. And last night, keeping the modest streak going with a 1 for 3 performance, added a walk and a run, as he will step out. And pitcher Nick Zwack will wipe the sweat from his brow, touch the bill of his cap, and wait for Nebraska to dig back in as he does now. Both pitchers in a bit of a pickle early on here as Branch worked out of his jam. Zwack trying to do the same. 2-1 is swung on and missed. Ball gets away from catcher Danny Martin, and both runners will move up. Carnevale to third and Magadan to second. As that was a fastball up in the zone that Nebraska swung right through. And it looked like it just tipped off the glove of Danny Martin and got to the backstop. So that, I assume, will go down as a pass ball. A very catchable pitch that just got away from Danny Martin. And now 2 in scoring position, second and third, with 1 out, 2-2 count on Nick Nebraska. Peering in for the sign is Zwack. Taking a long time, and now too long, in the opinion of Nick Nebraska, as he will step out again. Readjust his red batting gloves, take a couple practice hacks, and he will dig back in. Zwack peering in again, finally has his sign, and the 2-2 to Nebraska. Ripped down the left field line, and that is just foul. That ball was crushed down the third base line, but just foul, says home plate umpire Chase Stout, as Red Wings manager Dan Schwam kind of threw his head back, didn't necessarily agree with that call, but that close to a 2-0 lead for the Red Wings. Instead, Nebraska will come back to the plate, pick up the bat, and see another 2-2 pitch from Nick Zwack. Zwack from the windup, the 2-2. Check swing, pitch down and in. Did he go? No, he didn't, says umpire Derek Ivinsky, as Nebraska doing a good job to hold up on that one. Came back with a fastball after the hanging breaking ball the pitch before. And it kind of froze Nebraska on the inside corner, but he did a good job holding up, as now the count's 3-2, and Zwack in danger of walking his third hitter in a row. The 3-2 to Nick Nebraska. Chopped foul, as that one will get back to the screen, and we'll have another 3-2. So the Red Wings hitters making pitcher Nick Zwack work hard here in the bottom of the first, as he has had 2 very good starts to begin his campaign for the Stallions. And he will work from the windup, the 3-2 to Nebraska. Ripped into center field. Lifrieri going back. He has a beat on it, makes the catch. Tagging from third and scoring is Nick Carnevale, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead on a very loud sac fly from Nick Nebraska.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the designated hitter, number 26, Langston Livingston.
So an absolute rocket to center fielder Dylan Lifrieri, but he made a good play going back on that one. Nick Carnevale could practically walk home, and Evan Magadan moving up to third on the play, as Langston Livingston, designated hitter, will dig in for his first at-bat. First pitch to him is a fastball for a called strike on the outside corner. 1-0 Red Wings, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Runner still on third. Evan Magadan, as Livingston playing in his 15th game of the season for the Wings. The 0-1 is skied in the air. Shallow left center. Gargano, left fielder, moving over, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So the Red Wings score 1. They also strand 1 at third. We move to the top of the second, 1-0 Geneva here at McDonough Park. We go to the top of the second inning at McDonough Park. Geneva with a fresh 1-0 lead, courtesy of 2 walks, a pass ball, and a sac fly. So 1 run on no hits for the Red Wings in the first inning. Doesn't have to be pretty, as they now lead 1-0. As we go to the top of the second, Stephen Branch back out on the mound for his second inning. Worked out of a jam in the first, as he will face 6, 7, 8 in the Stallions order. First pitch to center fielder Dylan Lifrieri is taken up high for ball 1. Lifrieri, similar to third baseman John Dempsey, is another recent high school graduate, as the 1-0 to him taken just outside, and it's 2-0. Mentioned they will let you play if you can play, and these recent high school graduates definitely can. Lifrieri committed to SEC Division I Arkansas. 2-0 to him is taken at the knees, 2-1. Lifrieri thought it was low, but the count 2-1 on him nonetheless. Just the 4th game of the year for the Stallions center fielder, coming in hitting .333, and he does have a double. 2-1 is fouled back, and the count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lifrieri made a catch in the bottom of the first on the sac fly from Nick Lebraska that put the Red Wings in front. The 2-2 from Branch is taken outside with the breaking ball, and the count now 3-2 to Dylan Lifrieri. Lifrieri in the Stallions' last contest, June 17th against Oneonta, was 1 for 3. Hit his lone double of the season in that one. 3-2, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Lifrieri thought it was ball 4, but he is set down looking on strikes for the first out of the top of the second. So the 3rd strikeout of the evening for Stephen Branch is the first out here in the top of the second, as catcher Danny Martin will step to the plate. First pitch to him is just low and in for ball 1. Martin from Miami, Florida, plays at Division I Stetson, playing in just his 2nd game for the Stallions. The 1-0 popped up, as that one will get out of play and bounce on the roof of the bathrooms here at McDonough Park. Mentioned Martin in just his 2nd contest with the Stallions. Played in their last game, June 17th, at home against Oneonta, was 1 for 2 in that contest. Branch from the windup, the 1-1. Low and outside, and it's 2-1 now on Danny Martin. As a freshman at Division I Stetson, Martin was in 7 games, and he batted .200, also had 2 strikeouts. 2-1 from Branch is skied into right. Sam Fuller coming in on it, and he'll make the catch for the 2nd out of the top of the second.
Right fielder, number 22, Cam Coakley.
So 2 quick outs for Red Wings starter Stephen Branch, as right fielder Cam Coakley will come to the plate. 6'1", 210-pound left-handed hitter from Lutz, Florida, plays at Stetson, as does Danny Martin, who just flew out. First pitch to him is taken outside for ball 1. Coakley coming in, 10 games played, hitting a .172. He has 1 extra base hit. It was a double. 1-0 taken high and in, and it's 2-0. Coakley hasn't seen action since June 14th at Jamestown. He was 0 for 3 that day. Did have a walk and a run scored. 2-0, fouled off, and that will get out of the stadium, and it's 2-1 now. Mentioned Coakley in 172, part of Saugerty's league worst, 219 batting average. 2-1 from Stephen Branch, taken up high, and it is 3-1 now on Cam Coakley. Fix that